Hey there, Brooklyn. How's it going? This is Courtney, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. Oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are way too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is they don't know who is an expert and who isn't. I have found by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things they can do to impact their business has resulted in a lot of those business owners still raising their hands and asking me to help them grow. So by the end of this video, you've liked what you heard, and you can see that I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business. Shoot me a message back and we could chat. So now let me show you 3 things that will set your company above your competition, which are content, citations, and backlinks. So content. Most business owners know that they need content, but a lot of them don't know that studies have shown that Google wants for there to be at least 1,500 words on the home page. Not only that, the content needs to have the right keywords. Google does this because it gets them to know what your business is and its purpose. Right now, you guys are sitting at about 848 words at the moment, and I went ahead and I did the same thing for a couple your top competitors in the Richmond area. So these guys are first, and they are sitting at 703 words. And then these guys are sitting at a little over 1,000 words. And the reason why theirs is a little different is because for some reason their website link wasn't popping up in here like your guys' was. So you guys are dominating them a little bit in this, but they are, I think, number 1 or 2 on the map. We'll be getting into that very shortly. So if you're not familiar, keywords are words or phrases that people search up each month to help resolve the issues or concerns that they go through. And you guys can miss out on a lot of those customers by not having those keywords on your website, and also by not having them properly placed. And just to give you an idea of what I mean, so everything that you see highlighted, this is what Google looks at when they scan your website. And even the photos on here. So any photos or icons, images, anything you have on your site, you want to make sure that they are embedded with the correct keywords. So this one does not. This one does not have it, so you want to make sure all of the photos do have it, right? So next, we're going to take a look. This is SEMrush. This is Ahrefs. This is a tool that essentially gives me behind the scenes details of things that Google looks at when it comes to ranking a site. And I just came over here just to look at a couple of things. One of them being your keywords. And we're just going to take a look at what some of those keywords are. You guys are currently ranking for a little over 2,000 words at the moment. So let's see what some of your keywords are. All right, so here's some of them right here, okay? And as I'm looking, I can see at least these. So one of the things you want to keep in mind for in terms of keywords is that you don't want to rely on keywords that solely have your business name, because not everybody knows your name, right? So you want to have keywords that are geared towards people who don't know your business name, right? So I'm going to give you an example of what I mean. All right, so we're just going to take a look at your competitor, and they are looking, one of your competitors, they are looking at 167, and you may be wondering, I have a ton more, keywords, so why the heck am I not getting more, traffic, or why aren't I where they're at? And I'll get into that very shortly. So they're at 167, so let's see what some of their keywords are. Perfect. Okay, so this is a perfect example of a keyword. These are like a couple examples of keywords that you will want to have on like your home page to like pulling people in, right? So let's take a look at your last one, 172. Okay, so there's a similar Richmond. Perfect. All right, so what I'm actually going to do next is I'm actually going to take a keyword just to give you an example of what I mean, and I'm going to place it in Google. Let's place this over here. So landscaping Richmond, VA, and then we're just going to go over this entire page. We're going to go, this is the first thing that I like to go over is this is the ads. And ads can actually work pretty well, but they can also be a money pit if your foundation, which is your website, isn't dialed in. So you'll want to be careful not to burn your money with Google Ads until you know for sure that it will convert, right? Okay, and this part right here is going to get into the second important thing I like to discuss, and that is citations, What a citation is and why it's important, I'm going to get into that very shortly. It's actually related to this. So this over here is known as the map pack or the Google Maps section. And over here, this is where you can see the business's name, address, and phone number. This is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. And how you actually show up in maps is pretty simple. So I have this picture right here to help illustrate what I'm about to discuss, but you want to have your business's name, address, and phone number distributed across hundreds of directories. So you want to have it on places like BBB, Yelp, CityStar, Yext, Facebook, and so many more. And the goal is you want to have more than your competitor, because this will allow you to gain more trust in them from Google, and this will push you above them in the map pack. And how to actually go about doing that is also really simple. There are sites that will tell us exactly what directories your competition is listed on. Then we can go down their list and match those directories. But we don't want to just stop there. We don't want to just match them, right? We want to dominate them. So whatever your competitor has in citations, you want to get what they got, then add 50 to 100 more, so that it takes them a very long time to catch up. Right, and going back over here, and the ultimate goal is that you want to be in the top 3 results, because, think about yourself as, when you search up things on Google and everything, most of us do not click on more businesses. A lot of us just click on the first thing we see. So you want to be where the sauce is. The higher you are, the more clicks you get. So this is kind of how this works. And the last thing I'd like to go over with you are backlinks. So, link juice is another word for it, and this is the third pillar that will really help you guys to dominate on Google. So we searched up this pretty little keyword up here. I'm pretty sure you guys are aware you're not on the first page of Google. I think I saw you on the second page. And the top 3 results is where you want to be, because again, that is where people click. That's where the action is. So you want to be in the top 3 results. The higher you are, the more clicks you get. And in order to get up there, you are going to need authority. So how do you get authority? And it actually comes back down to backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think of it like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice. It's like a vote of confidence. And in Google's eyes, this is passing authority. And the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link. So for example, if you guys get a local blog talking about like educating people on landscaping, that is a lot more effective than getting, say, a backlink from a Pizza Hut. So coming back over here to Ahrefs, this is a tool that lets us take a look at backlinks. We're just going to take a look and see what your backlinks are. And as you can see, you guys have a little over 3,000. And we're just going to take a look at your top competitors in the area. And they're sitting at 146. This one. And then these guys are sitting at a little over K. And now you're probably wondering, well, I have a lot more than them, so why aren't I ranking? And I do know that you guys are in a lot of different areas. So what I'm thinking is you guys have a lot more in those areas, but not in Virginia. And with backlinks, it's quality over quantity. So you don't want to be just getting any backlink to you guys. You want to be getting the quality ones, because it doesn't matter how many you have. If they aren't, valuable backlinks, they won't do anything for you, So that's something to look into, to check and see. And and how to actually go about getting these, quality backlinks is another simple thing. There are tools, like Ahrefs, where we can see exactly which sites are linking to your competitors, and then we go get those same links for your business. So getting to the top is not magic, it's just a method, and I've actually shown you that method today. All right, so in closing, once again, we went over content. Your front page needs at least 1,500 words. Citations, you guys need 200 to 300 of these to beat out the competition by a landslide. And link juice. You need more relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google you are the authority. And if you implement these strategies, you can be number 1 across Google. And I bet you're wondering, what do I do now? You can either go with this information I provided today and do it on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. However, if you want the most effective route and want to save yourself the time, you give me a call or text at 218-517-5513. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day. Bye.